reviews are on Yelp.
Drink, boy.
Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married. Now you know, first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with him.
And look at.
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean that's a whole nother
think so?
I think.
All right, first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for listening to the Men Don't Know podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. And here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Now, whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audible, you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app, I cannot thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1, shoot me an email, Chris at MenDon'tKnow.com, or hop on the MenDon'tKnow.com website and shoot me a message. Coy, my guy. How are you living?
What's going on?
I see you was in your bag. I see you was in your Gordon Ramsay bag. I see you was in your Bobby Filet bag. Coy. I see it. Yeah.
My YouTube bag?
Yeah. I saw you brought me something to eat. I appreciate you, my guy. But back to more important business. Question of the day, Coy. Are people falling in love with the idea of what the relationship could be with that partner?
Are people?
Yeah.
I think that's been going on since the beginning of time.
I know. And
but like, I'm not sure if it's a flawed
I don't
approach.
know. Me and my sister were having this talk. Of course, I call her every morning.
What'd she say?
We're gonna call her and talk to her about it. But it was just like, I think all the time I'm having this conversation with people. Like, are you falling in love with the idea of the person and what they could be, or who they are in front of you?
Because I think if you fall in love with the idea of what it becomes, you're
what
worried
what it could become.
You're spending a lot of effort on something that you don't know,
100%.
And you're not just worrying about your end of the bargain. You're worrying about the other person, and you're
100%.
thinking like, are things going to line up? Are things going to match?
Yeah.
Is it going to work out? That's too much stuff to be worried about.
I mean, you know what? Man, I take everything at face value. And who you are is who you are. I am who I am. Who I'm not, I'll never be. I see you for who you are. Yeah. Your actions will show me everything. I don't listen. I watch. Yep. I stopped listening. I stopped listening a long time ago. I just watch how you act. Okay, that's how you move? Cool. I don't need to do that.
Because it doesn't matter whose word says what.
Yeah, it don't matter.
The actions will always speak out.
Let me explain something to you. Words, you could be... Game is game. Like, even if a guy is trying to be your friend, game is game. He can run game on you just to be your friend because of what you have access to and what you can do for them.
The whole life.
So, let's get my sister on the phone. It's funny because I feel like we were already having this conversation. But let's get my sister on the phone. Turn her up. This is Gauche. Right there.
Hello.
Nina. We gon' Nina, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. I'm here with Coy. Coy, say what's up to Nina.
What's up, Nina?
Hey, Coy.
Oh my gosh, this motherfucker.
Hey, bro, this battery on this camera about to die. If you want to waste time, go ahead.
All right, Nina, how you doing though? Good.
Good. Yeah.
Nina, per our conversation earlier, like we always do in Talking in the Morning, I guess my question to you is, do you think people are falling in love with the idea of what the relationship could be with that person and not what the relationship is with that person? I feel like a lot of times, and I don't want to say a lot of times, I feel like a lot of times when we are not paying attention to the person and who they are showing us exactly who they are, even though we know what they could be. Do you think that's happening a lot more now than ever?
Yeah, I do. I think people have definitely gotten more crafty. I mean, they do have ChatGPT to help them and other AI.
Help them with their response, Coy. Actions now.
Yeah.
Don't believe nothing people fucking say. Actions
Right.
only.
Yeah. And a person will actually show you within, I would say, definitely 90 days, but for sure 6 months, exactly who they are. And if the person is, like, this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it, and you see them, like you said, through action, definitely, of course you fall in love with the action. But when they're just dreamers and there's no action behind the words, it's like you need to run because they won't be that person. And some people just have a way with their words that just mesmerizes you until it doesn't. And everything in your body could be screaming like, okay, like this is what he said he was going to do, or he or she hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow. And then you look up and it's 2 years. Tomorrow's not coming.
Tomorrow been gone.
Yeah. Yeah. And because they're so nice and you're just afraid of maybe, looking elsewhere or whatnot, you just kind of stick around and you hope that the person
is going to magically change to the person you want them to be is absolutely fucking insane.
It's not going to happen, but everyone dreams and you hope one day it does happen, but you really have to take people at face value, and that's just what it is.
Do you think if I was a dreamer, my relationships would last longer?
No, I think if you were a dreamer, you would probably still be in a relationship that you hate, and you probably wouldn't be on this podcast.
And I would what? I'm sorry?
And you wouldn't be talking on this podcast because you wouldn't have it.
Oh, yeah. You're tripping.
Because everything's in action.
Yeah, no.
And if you could say like you're going to do something, but if you never do it, we're not even having, this conversation. It has to go. You have to show action. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Nah. I always tell people this is like believe me. I always tell people just believe me when I tell you. Like believe me. I have a bunch of homegirls. Believe me. Please don't think I'm playing around with this situation. I have a bunch of homegirls. I hang out with them. I've known them for over 20 years. I've known you.
Right.
I've known you 6 months. Like Coy says, you can't beat time. You cannot beat the clock.
You
Beat
can't.
time invested.
You definitely can't beat time invested. Are you kidding me? They got 20 years on their back. And you want me to X everybody out.
And it's 20 years of quality,
Yeah,
you don't make it to 10, 15, 20, and you don't like the person. You know what I mean?
Thank you, boy. Yeah, no, facts. I don't know, Nina. A lot of my homegirls, Nina, are staying in situations because they love what they know the relationship could be.
And the sad part is that they have examples of, like, I'll use me.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not that I didn't.
Hey, wait. And mind you, I need to preface something. First of all, I did a poll with all my close friends in the homegirl situation, and they dub you the nicest woman in the world. Like, they said they don't know anybody nicer than you, which is absolutely insane. But they have already said that. And two, I told this woman, a friend, a homegirl, that I was gonna give her your IG so you can knock some sense into her, because you'll hear. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it for you. But Nina, use you as an example.
Oh,
please.
yeah, I'm going to use me as an example.
Go ahead.
So,
Sorry.
I mean, I've been in, various relationships, and it starts out phenomenal. They say everything that you want to hear, and then they do start putting things in action, but it starts to fall off. And it's tomorrow. And then it's like, I was telling Francis, Okay, a lot of times when I look back, hindsight 2020,
Oh, yeah.
I really should have. In reality, I should have left them like a year and a half within the relationship. Should have chucked deuces. 7-year relationship should have chucked deuces. I should have never went back after the 3rd year. And then the last relationship, I just didn't. But I could have. I should have left this maybe 2.5 months to 3 months earlier. But no, you take them at face value. People will show you exactly who you are.
$100 bill rarely changes. You know that, Coy.
Right.
And I mean, you got a stack of them under your bed,
faces,
so
big faces.
Rarely change.
But I think people need to choose them. At the end of the day, they need to choose them. Like at the end of the day, I choose me first. I'm okay, like being by myself. But I know that of course, someone wants to be by themselves. They want to be in a relationship. But I'm not willing to settle. And that is the thing. Don't settle.
So she said she wants to invest in herself first. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Because if you're waiting on somebody to become something that you don't even know,
Yeah.
you hope.
Yeah,
that means
you
you're spending energy on that and not on yourself too.
Right. But the difference with me is that while they were sitting there pumping hopes and dreams, I was still living my life. I
Absolutely.
was still checking off my boxes going, and I never stopped.
Hey, see, Coy? Me and my sister 100%.
Yeah.
We still outside, Coy.
stopped.
We still outside, Coy. You
She's
can say
100, you like 72.
motherfucker win. I wish a motherfucker win.
72%.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I never stopped.
No.
I never stopped pursuing my dream. I never stopped. I just did it. And I have friendships, and we go and we travel, and then I have other we do so many things. I never stopped. The relationship piece with a significant other was, iffy, but every place else in my life was there. So that's the difference. I never stopped because at the end of the day, when they didn't believe in me, and I've had a few where I was like, fuck it, I'm going to show you. Like when I ran the marathon, I had 2 people who did not think I would even pass the finish line, and I surpassed my expectations. But that was for me.
Facts. Couldn't do that myself, but I mean,
yeah. No matter what, because that's one thing I might look back and be like, shoot, I should have left them early. But then I look at all the other things that I did, and it's not even with them. All the other things I did with my friends, and I never stopped living. That was my biggest accomplishment because when I look back, I still have all my degrees, and I definitely am always leveling up, never down.
And you got all those stamps in your passport too.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going? Cool. That's fine. I'm still going.
Right.
I tell people all the time, hey, I'm still going.
Just because you're not going.
Yeah.
I'm still going.
Yeah. No, exactly. What did Denzel said, I'm leaving here with something.
Right.
I'm going.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It drives me insane, and I often wonder a lot of times why it's like that.
Is it ever okay to fall in love with the potential of what you see though?
Yeah, it is. It's okay when they are showing you action.
Gotcha. When
when they're showing,
okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
They might not be where they want to be at this mark, but you've seen them. You see, all the hurdles and whatnot. Then, of course, because that person is going to be exactly what they said that they're going to be. It's just going to take a little bit more time than where they thought that they would be.
It's like
which
they
is
just
very admirable.
They just got to serve in a 20-year thing. Oh, I think he could become a doctor. Stop it.
Stop.
Right.
Stop with that.
Stop it. He reads at first grade level. Stop right now. All right, Nina, we're going to let you go. I appreciate you to the moon and back.
All right. Same here. You guys have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, my gosh.
What you got now?
Let me call. Oh, let me call Jess. Here we go. Sorry. Hundreds of text messages coming through. Let me see. Okay. Oh, duh. Hold on. My bad. Here we go. Sorry. Yeah. What's good?
Hello. Hi.
How we living? Where's my guy at?
Oh my God, we're right here. We just
Okay.
discovered a new Cuban restaurant. It's amazing.
Oh, fine. That's what I like to hear. That's what I'm talking about.
Like you're at the restaurant or you're on Yelp?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're at the restaurant.
Ooh, I like it.
Send me the menu so we can.
You tell.
Jimmy, I will punch you. Stop.
I was waiting.
Well, he said, "Send me the menu." For what?
Okay, sorry, I got it. Question of the day, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think people are falling in love with the idea of someone and not who they really are? I feel like this is happening more times than none.
I don't know. I think because it sounds good, and they see other relationships, even on social media, because people only post the good, and they're like,
Good.
"Oh, I want that," and then they get into a relationship, and they're like, "This isn't what I thought it was going to be," or they find out that it's work.
I guess the idea is, I feel like men too. Like they see the idea and a woman's like, oh yeah, all I got to do is X, Y, and Z to her, and then like it'll be perfect. And women say, all I got to do is X, Y, and Z, and all that's got to happen is that. Yeah, and it's like, no, absolutely not.
There's a lot more that goes into it.
I just trust me. But why don't they see that?
I don't know. I think also because people get stuck in their own routine, especially like the older you get, and they think they're just going to come together with someone else who has their routine and everything is just going to work out fine when they come together, and that's not how it works.
Why do they think? I just don't understand. Like, my sister used herself an example. Like, she stayed for 7 years. Like, she stayed in another relationship. She stayed for 3. I mean, I'm glad she never stopped living her life.
As a
Go ahead.
female, though, you think that like you can change this person, or if you continue to be the person that you are to them, that they're going to eventually see it and catch on. Because I think we've all been in relationships that we should have left about as fast as we got there. But it just takes us a minute to realize that it's not our job to change somebody or help them grow or anything like that. Like, unless you have a kid, that's the only person that you should be doing all that with. Like, especially at this age group now, like if you don't have your shit together between 30 and 40, no, thank you.
It's not even that. It's just like, why can't men and women see like, okay, this is what you do. Well, that's not aligned with what I have going on. This is a no-go.
Because people don't function like that. They like the idea of that person, so then they're like, oh, well, I can sacrifice this or that. I can change this about it, or it's not that big of a deal.
Sacrifice? This is not a ritual. We are not sacrificing anything. Like,
but that's how a lot of people look at it. They figure it's eventually going to pay off, and it doesn't, and the person doesn't change, and then they're upset. But the person was being who they were being the entire time, so you can't be mad at anyone but yourself.
Mad is like, I don't know, Jess. We talk about this day in and day out. I feel like me and you have this conversation, and it's funny. Like, you know what? I often think about like all the homegirls I call. Like I think we all have the same conversation. We're just in separate conversations, and we're talking about the same fucking thing. It's like, I don't know why this, that, and the third. And I don't know why this, that, and the third. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I wish people would take enough time for themselves to realize how they can make themselves happy first. And it's like, you know what? You're not fucking up my peace. Like, I know what you could be, but you are not it. So when you get to where you
think about it, you've gone through things to make you feel that way now.
Yeah, you know what? That's 100% fact.
Experience.
Yeah, 100%.
Because think about it, even when it comes to like people that like, not even a relationship, but just when it comes to like people in friendship, you're always like, oh no, like that's just that person, and I'm over here like, nope, I'm done, I'm good. And then it's not till now that you're like,
you know what? Give me my scissors back, Jess. Give me my scissors back, Jess. You've had them long enough. I got to do some snipping over here.
Yeah. Literally, sometimes that's just what happens. I'll take the smaller group of friends with the less drama.
Oh my God. It's just, you want the best for some people, you know? And yeah, in a perfect world, this would be great. My boy, this would be great. She could be everything you want her to be. But she's not right now.
Yeah.
And until she is, don't revisit that until she's that. Oh no, but dog, if I get with her, I could do X, Y, and Z.
I had to come back and get my CDs.
Oh no. I'll leave it. No, burn it. I be telling people like, nah, just burn that shit. I ain't coming back.
I can't just leave them, Chris. Okay.
Nah.
Right. We share the same gym membership, Chris. I can't just be breaking up with them.
A couple things I do not do. Yeah, a couple things I do not do. I don't date at the gym. I don't bring them to my gym. I don't bring them to a
I know. You don't
bar.
even talk at the gym because I've called you and you're like, I'm at the gym. I call you back.
Yeah, because I don't want to talk to everybody. Oh, no, you see, no, dog. I don't see nobody. Like, dog, I need to get in and get the fuck out. Like, I don't care about nobody here. Like this is my sanctuary. Like, but I guess the idea is I wish men would be like, dog, she's not for you, dog. Like, why can't men just be honest with themselves and say,
I don't know. There's a few people I can think of that you could call and ask this question.
You know, why can't women say that too? And see, and you can repeat the same thing you just said. I
can just repeat that conversation we had earlier today if you want.
No, it just drives me insane. Like, it drives me insane. Like, you be looking at them like, dog, like, and then sometimes I look back and I think, damn, is that me? Has that been me? Maybe. Do I leave on time?
I think everybody's been there.
I think so too.
I just think it just becomes more apparent the older you get. I just had the same conversation with one of my other girlfriends who just broke up with someone. She's like, I know I knew better. I was just waiting to be fully over it. I'm like, girl, don't ask me anything because you know I'm gonna be savage about it. Yeah, I'm over here talking about why are you even talking to him?
Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh
my gosh. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you and the man have fun. Okay. Enjoy.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, send me a picture of the food though. Yeah.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Bye.
Coy, aren't you happy I leave when I leave? Hey, Coy, never mind. Don't answer that. Don't answer that, Coy. Don't answer that, Coy.
Talking about scissors? You got the dullest set of scissors I've ever seen. You have the kindergarten ones that don't cut anything. They don't cut anything.
Coy, that's so hurtful.
You borrow some of mine. That Hattori Hanzo shears.
Coy, that hurts my heart. Coy, that hurts my heart.
That goes for friendships, relationships, anything.
Coy, that hurts my heart.
Hello.
What's good, B?
What up?
Not much. What you up to? Chilling?
Got back from the gym.
Nice. I'm here with Coy. Coy, say what's up to B.
What's up, bro?
Hey, Coy.
No, see, hey, Coy. See, some bullshit right now. Don't worry.
Because I heard Coy like coming in from guys. So that's
all
love is good love, baby.
All right. Question of the day. Do you think people are in love with the idea of what their partner could be rather than what they are nowadays?
What they could be, but other than what they are.
Yeah, like I see so much potential in them, and I know they could do this and that. but they're just not that.
Yeah, I think that's very true. I think there's a lot of potential for a lot of. I mean, are we talking about guys? Or are we talking about both genders?
Both men and women.
Both men, yeah. I think most men, I would say, there's a lot more. I think because we are the protector, we are the provider. So I would put this more towards the men than the women.
Okay.
I think a lot of men get to a point that they get so comfortable and then they forget about everything else. This is why I don't agree with relationships early on in their life, when they're younger, because when they're young, the drive isn't there, right? The drive isn't there if they're in a relationship because they already got the woman, right? So as long as the woman's there next to them, they can live a happy life and they're comfortable, they're good, right? But if you don't have all those things, that's the driver for any man to keep going and get after it, right? But I feel like nowadays it's just like a lot of these guys get into relationships early on, and then then there's nothing that they work on, right? They work on that's your job is to work on yourself early on, you know.
Yeah.
Be a good citizen, be a provider, have that mentality. But like a lot of guys don't have that anymore because they get to that moment. Like I worry about my nephew like that because my nephew got out of a relationship and got into another one, and he's he's only 23 years old. Yeah, he's only 23 years old, but the thing is, he's comfortable. He's going all kinds of places with her, and which is fine. But don't forget, what you need to do in life. You know what I'm saying? I think
100%.
That's what I learned from my past. That's what I am a victim of myself on that because I was chasing and then I forgot about, getting the bag, and I was so focused on the woman that I completely forgot why I'm here on this earth, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you have a reason to be here. Like you're objective in this. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Your objective on this earth is to give something back before you leave. That's your objective.
Ooh, go ahead. Ooh, go ahead. Hey, he's spitting. Hey, somebody get him a bib. Go ahead. My bad.
I have a lot of bibs out here now.
Yeah.
But no, man, like that's I just really see that a lot of guys nowadays, they just get so comfortable, and that's why you see the difference between the entrepreneurs that are like crushing it as opposed to the ones that are just in a relationship or just getting by or they don't have anything. But those are the ones who also like attacking the entrepreneurs, right?
Yep.
They're the ones who talk shit about them because they're not there where you're supposed to be. But because you got stuck, getting in a relationship early on and, doing other dumb shit, getting drunk or partying all the time and etc. Early on is your moment it's like I feel like this is the thing. Women should be looking to get married early on. Mm-hmm. Men should be looking to getting their money early on. Reason I say that women tend to think about this, right? You're between the age of 18 to 25, I think is your time for, as a woman, to get a good man, somebody that's providing, that is protecting. So I highly agree on somebody in, the 22, 23-year-old dating somebody in the 35 range, a guy that is in the 35 range, because those guys, I would feel they're already established in life. They're ready to take on a relationship. They're ready to provide. They're ready to get into the marriage, ready to afford kids and etc. But if you take the same scenario with a guy that is 22, 23 years old, are they ready? Hell no. Right?
Hell no.
Now,
and I agree with you because I don't think a man's really ready to commit to after 30.
Exactly.
Just in general.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. But then what happens to a woman after 30? They lose a lot of it. They lose a lot of their, their looks, their prime.
Crazy, bro.
No. But I mean, yeah, you're talking about there are a few that are there, that take care of themselves all through the time, right?
Yep.
There are, but then you also see a lot of them that let themselves go, right? Yep. So my thing is, it's like early on, you as a woman, you have the opportunity to, have more chances of getting a guy as opposed to when they're down the road. That's why you see more women now in their 35, 36 struggling to date because all the guys are gone, right? Yeah. They're all dating younger women, right? So like that's not how I see the flip side of the two genders. I think men should be focusing on their, getting their bag early on, and then after 30, man, I think that's when you're ready. I think you've gone through enough life to understand,
yep.
you know,
Mhm.
to understand, you know, where you should be or what you should be doing.
Mhm.
So until then, you know, you just, you know, most people just coast, man. It's not good. It's just not the way to attack life. I think like,
Yeah.
only best advice I can give a young guy is to just focus on you, man. And then, because like I always say, the right person will gravitate towards you. The right people will gravitate towards you when you're working on yourself, you know. And then, you know, the rest is just history. So, yeah. So I would say, yeah, men, a lot of men are in that situation. I think they just tend to get so comfortable, you know, in the dating scene, and they just don't go after what they should be getting, which is their careers, and they forget about their career because they get comfortable in relationships and happiness and etc. What do you think?
You know what I think? I think cool, you have an idea of them, but it's not them.
Mhm.
Take whatever you're looking at right now as face value, because you got to worry about the present, not the future. Because that is still, you don't know. So why even worry about what you don't know? Take for someone who they are and what they are doing right now as face value. If that's not in line with what you're doing, immediately walk away. It's never going to work out, because that's you guys.
Because if it's already not in line in the beginning, then you're hoping it does.
Exactly. Hope. You're on a wish. It's like playing the lotto.
And if what they're saying in the very beginning isn't true, then why does this person even have a front on them in the beginning?
Yeah,
you know?
Change happens when the person wants to change, not you trying to force them to it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, and that comes within you. Like, you look at me, right? I was pretty bad, like the last, I would say,
Damn, my boy, Cole got. Man. Go ahead, my boy.
But you know, the last 10 years, like I think I bullshitted a lot. You know,
I don't think so. I think B
learned a lot.
You learned a lot. I think.
Yeah,
To be old and wise, you have to be young and foolish. B, you have stories.
That is correct.
You have stories that tell the test of time. That anybody that is where, like, anybody would change lives with. I mean, I don't want to say people would change lives with you, but the stories you have are timeless. Like, that's that classic. You have classic stories that people would only wish to be in the room.
Like a lifetime of stories within the last 10 years.
Yeah, hell yeah. When you talk, people shut the fuck up, bro. When you talk, people shut the fuck up, because it's the story that you're telling is because they haven't been a part of that moment.
Right. So they're curious how you
not even curious, just like, wow.
Yeah.
Dog, the money's already printed. You just got to go get it. Like, I'm not. Yeah. I mean, and mind you, what is for you will be for you. You don't have to rush to get it. It will always be there. You'll get it when you're supposed to get it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think like nowadays, considering with social media and etc., there's this stigma of out there where, like, we're supposed to do all this, right? Like, you know, like all these extravagant things that you see on social media, it's corrupting a lot of the minds, right? And they think that, we need to, like, get that now, right? But no, it doesn't work. Everybody's life is different. Everybody's journey is different. Mm-hmm. So your journey it might take you 50 years.
Yeah, your journey might hit, your blessing might hit at 50.
Your journey might hit 50, right? But somebody's journey sometimes hits at 16, 17.
Exactly.
Like, you see now kids 15-year-olds are on YouTube making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And
but that's where it was supposed to happen.
But so now his life is completely different. I mean, his life is changed dramatically at an later on, right? Yeah. So now that person hasn't gone through a lot of, failures, right?
Exactly. Yep.
So in a way, I feel like those people are going to struggle, because you have so much money, you're going to blow it through, right? You're going to do dumb shit. And then you're going to be like, oh, fuck.
Trust.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. So like that's the two parameters on the two ends of the spectrum, I feel like, so everybody has their own journey, man. I think just take your time, just let it come to you. don't compare yourself to other people, because I think that is one of the biggest things. Like, I used to do that, bro. Like, I used to do that a lot. I was like, man, why am I not at the same place that my cousin is, or and so on and so on. Like, but then I realized it's like, man, like, my time's gonna come. Like, my journey's been
your time is your time.
Totally different than everybody.
Your time. Yeah, is your time.
my journey. Exactly. Like, I had to go through my addiction and get out of it in order for me to be the person I am today. Right. Because if I didn't go through all that, and I actually didn't, like, let's say I got my bag, like, that's the flip side to my story. That I was a massive gambler, right? Yeah. So I lost so much money over the time, and then now I'm realizing it was so dumb. But had I made my money early on and then I ran into gambling, imagine how fucked up my life would be, because would have been a huge crash, right? Okay. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I do, bro.
So so there's two stories to that's why my journey is different than your journey is different from everybody else. It's just not going to be aligned as the same way. So I just think people need to understand. Look, take your time, let it come to you. Don't go try to chase something that you shouldn't be chasing. Yep. Just work on yourself. Yep. Everything will just come to you slowly. You'll understand it. It's weird. Like, you don't even realizing it, but it's going to come to you slowly. Really, you get to a point where you just say, I don't give a fuck about anything else but myself right now. I'm taking care of me. I'm focusing on my family and et cetera, the things that that you should be doing. So.
Hell yeah. All right, man. I appreciate you. We're going to let you go, my boy.
All right, brother.
All right,
sir.
All right, later, bro.
No, I agree with him. Like, just be patient, bro. And take things for face value.
Yourself,
Make sure you're happy. Don't worry about anybody else. Make sure you're happy, because when you run into that, it's like, then you're not going to be thinking the idea of no. Wait, you're doing what? Nah, it's not even where I'm at right now.
I agree.
Hey, it's not. Oh, you want to do what? Oh, no, it's not. We definitely not doing that.
I mean, it's okay to stick around to see if
100%.
Like I believe as your sister said, checkpoints along the way. Like, this. I believe in this person can get there. Are they showing me they get there? And then maybe after a couple months, he took the step because he signed up for this and he did this. But like, if you're waiting on something that's just not gonna happen, it's like
gotta get out. Gotta get out. Doesn't matter, because the more time you put in, the more you're invested, the heavier the harder it is to leave.
Yeah.
Hey, what they say, Rounders, Mikey McDermott say? If you can't spot the sucker at the table in the first 15 minutes, that's because it is you. Mm-hmm. Know when to fold. Fold immediately.
My slot machine.
Coy, stop playing that. Let's get up out of here. First, thank everybody for listening, whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audible. You downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch stores open as always, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Coy, my guy, we are out of here.
How many pictures are on Yelp? You pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. First date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
thing. So?
I think